Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Stevie Breach coming to you with the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview for April 18th, 2016. We're coming 2 weeks out of WrestleMania weekend. This will be the third Raw since WrestleMania, and I can honestly tell you that my attention level with WWE is probably at an all-time low as of right now. Still have a lot of bad feelings about WrestleMania weekend, about not getting into the show on time, not getting an apology from WWE or from Cowboys Stadium. After countless emails, I'm at the point now where I've honestly just given up, and it is what it is. They screwed us over. They don't really want to make a public apology to anybody. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm honestly just looking for an I'm sorry and a promise that next year they're going to find a way to make it right. Maybe they just shot for the moon. 101,000 people trying to get into WrestleMania all at the same time was a little bit too much, and it is what it is, and I am crying about it, but it just put me in a bad spot with WWE, to the point where they've always been very fan-friendly. They've always bent over backwards, honestly, really, to help me out and make sure that I have a fun time and really get my money's worth. But WrestleMania really felt like a kick in the ass, and they didn't give a damn about it. They got their 101,000 people inside Cowboy Stadium. They didn't care that we missed the entire pre-show. They didn't care that we missed 3 matches. Like I said, I wasn't looking for a handout. I wasn't looking for a refund. I wasn't looking for anything other than I'm sorry, and we'll make sure that this never happens again. That's honestly all I was looking for. But because of that, Guns and Gallows debuted last week, and that was huge. That was something that I was really looking forward to. I wish it would have happened in Dallas, but it happening in LA, it was still pretty cool. Possibly one of the biggest things in WWE going on, honestly, in my mind, but still doesn't really gravitate me to say this is a must-watch Raw. Payback is coming up around the corner. We got Roman Reigns against AJ Styles. Shane McMahon is going to be running his 3rd Monday Night Raw. They're making it look like we don't know if it's going to happen. Of course, then tomorrow morning they'll say, too overwhelming, response. Shane McMahon will be running Monday Night Raw, and it is what it is. They've already announced that he's on the tour. He is in Europe. He's going to be working some dates. So why wouldn't he be on Raw? And what is he going to do to make it better? Honestly, the last 2 weeks he's came out and he made these heartfelt speeches about what it means to run Monday Night Raw. They haven't really put it into place that Shane is running Raw. It just seems like it's almost week to week. He's almost making it seem as if it's week to week. It is what it is. He doesn't know when it's going to end. It's almost like they're giving this to us as a handout, but it's not really a storyline. It's just whenever they find something else that they want to do, they're going to move in that direction. And with Triple H wrestling on the European tour, I don't know if that means he's getting ready to do something, or if he's just filling in because they promised the world and The Undertaker wrestling on these shows, and sometimes he's on the shows, sometimes he's not on the shows. It doesn't look like he went on the tour. Maybe he's on the tour, maybe he's going to show up. Who knows what the fuck's going on, but Undertaker looks like he's pulled from the tour. Triple H and Shane were sent over there to try and make it right for those fans that were hoping to see him wrestle for one more time. This Raw is going to be taking place somewhere over in the UK. I'm going to say London, but I don't know if it's London. Raw is taking place over there in London. I've never really been excited about the European Raws. Of course, by the time I don't work tomorrow, I have the day off. But by the time that I would normally go to lunch at work, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't know what time that makes it over in the UK. Spoilers are running wild. You go on Twitter, people are already saying what's going to happen. You could say, hey, why don't you not go on Twitter? And then you wouldn't know what's going to happen, and then the show's must watch. The last few times they've gone over there, the biggest thing I remember is when they went over there and Ryback did the whole deal where he joined the Authority and then left the Authority, and WWE was even tweeting out the spoilers about, make sure you watch Raw because this is going to happen. So they just, it's a part of it, you know what I mean? UK, you guys deserve the Raw. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad because you guys have it. I'm just saying that it's hard over here in the United States. And look at this guy, the guy in the United States where most of the wrestling in the world revolves around, and you guys in the UK either stay up till early mornings to watch the show, or you guys go to sleep and watch it on your DVRs or however you guys watch it over there. You guys deserve to have WrestleMania, SummerSlam. You guys deserve to have something big over there. I'm not saying that show's going to suck because you guys have it. saying it sucks because we normally get to watch it live, and this we have to watch it taped twice a year. Boo-hoo, Crimea River. But one of the things that Shane has done is he's been moving these young guys on Raw and on SmackDown. We've seen a surplus of Sami Zayn. We've seen a lot of Kevin Owens. We've seen a lot of Cesaro, the faces of the future. One of the feuds that they look like they're pushing towards Payback is they're going to give us Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. We've seen these guys in some, some three-ways and some other matchups where, Kevin Owens was on commentary during the Sami Zayn match. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens is a match that if you've been following wrestling, whether if it's indie, PWG, or ROH, and you've been, rooting for El Generico and Kevin Steen to make it, this is the match that we've been looking forward to seeing on the big stage for a long time. I wish it would have been on the bigger stage and it would have been a one-on-one match at WrestleMania for that Intercontinental title, but I guess they had other plans with Zack Ryder and The Miz to come out of that match. So I don't know if it pushes Kevin Owens farther up the card by him being the champion going in and losing at WrestleMania. I'm all excited for it because I love seeing Kevin Owens, whether if it's in number one contenders matches or in championship matches. I want to see more of him coming up. Roman Reigns as the champion. He has the match against AJ Styles. I don't know what you can really do to build this up in the next few coming weeks, whether that's hinting towards an AJ Styles heel turn or hinting towards a full-on Roman Reigns heel turn. We're seeing a different side of Roman right now, and hopefully this is the side of Roman that fans are going to like and want to get behind with the whole, if you want it, come get it, but until then, I'm the man, and that's all I have to say about it. Shane McMahon has pushed the tag team tournament, which will be moving up, a great way to show off the new NXT guys. We've seen the Vaudevillains get upset victories. We've seen Team Soft and Enzo and Big Kaz. They've got victories. They're going to be going up against the Usos and the Dudleys. Should be good matches. I don't know if one's going to be on Raw and one's going to be on SmackDown. Got to pace it out. You have to find the winner to find out who the number one contender is going to be for the championship at Payback. But at the same time, you don't want to make this where it takes too long. So I wouldn't be surprised if both matches happen and we try to find the number one contender sooner than later in this tag team tournament. But of course, with this, you got to be looking out for Guns and Gallows. Are these guys going to be interfering in all over Monday Night Raw, or are they just concerned in being involved in this tag team tournament and not getting a slot because they hadn't debuted yet, that they're just going to keep beating people up week after week in the tag team division? Another match that's going to be billed for Raw is Emma versus Becky Lynch. We saw Emma versus Paige, a refreshing match, building off of their rivalry from NXT as well as their real life friendship. I remember looking at Paige's Instagram back in the days and seeing the Paige versus Emma videos where Emma kept stealing the Divas Championship and really looking like they were trying to push the WWE to have Emma versus Paige on the main roster as a Divas Championship match. Especially going back to the days when Paige first debuted after WrestleMania 30 and she was going up against Tamina, AJ Styles, Oksana. She wasn't really getting pushed up against the main divas that were on the roster at the time. Emma would have been a great breath of fresh air to really have a great match. But Emma coming up to the main roster since WrestleMania, having these good matches is really good because they're showing you that they're able to forget, the Santino and Emma stuff that happened. She went back down to NXT. She really busted her ass. She really pretty much reinvented herself. And whether that's her getting into the championship, discussion by having a match against Becky Lynch, I like it because Emma has a great deal of talent. She's a great chick and is going to be awesome for the Divas women's division. I keep calling it Divas division. We finally got rid of it, and I keep pushing it back out there. So this is going to be the 18th of Raw, Monday Night Raw, coming up around the corner, coming to you live from the UK. Most of us here will be watching it, live on tape on your DVR. So we'll see if it's a good one. My guess is that we're probably going to know what happens a little bit too earlier in the night, and we're just not really going to care what happens at all in the show.